there was this manifesto or memo. This woman who was a former Facebook data scientist, Sophie Zhang, she wrote. I'm just going to read this because I think it's really interesting here. The 6,600-word memo written by former Facebook data scientist Sophie Zhang is filled with concrete examples of heads of government and political parties in Azerbaijan and Honduras using fake accounts or misrepresenting themselves to sway public opinion. In countries including India, Ukraine, Spain, Brazil, Bolivia, and Ecuador, she found evidence of coordinated campaigns of varying sizes to boost or hinder political candidates or outcomes, though she did not always conclude who was behind them. She said, in the 3 years I've spent at Facebook, I found multiple blatant attempts by foreign national governments to abuse our platform on vast scales to mislead their own citizenry and cause international news on multiple occasions. Now, let me just stop there. Replace the United States with all those countries and we care. But there are people in all of those countries where, those countries mean more to them than what's happening in the United States.
That's right.
And that represents the problem. That's what we're dealing with.
The social suasion that is influencing the leaders of the tech companies are largely their Democrat employees that live in the Bay Area. And that's a big part of why the decisions are being made in the way that they're being made and the priorities are being set is because, as you pointed out, I think it was Saka put it on Twitter, and Jason, you've talked about this, but talent is everything in Silicon Valley. And if your employees tell you they're going to quit working for you or they're not going to do their jobs, you're going to take that to heart. And there's not a lot of influence or suasion that, citizens of Bolivia and, Uruguay can have with executives at Facebook and Twitter, but people in the Bay Area have a lot of suasion. Do any of us
have a fucking clue about the politics in Azerbaijan or Bolivia? Does any one of us have a point of view?
And I think that's the point. Is like as soon as you add judgment to the equation, you're going to be wrong with some people and you're going to be right with some people versus using an absolute standard. And if the issue is that if the law doesn't define the absolute standard, then you need to go and change the law.